What about we hum?
I
We hum and everyone has
want a
to.
hippopotamus for Christmas. Ba-da-da-da. Only a hippopotamus will do.
No, I don't want a doll. No dinky tinker toy.
I want a hippopotamus to play with and enjoy. I can see me now on Christmas morning.
I think I jumped.
Creeping down the stairs. Oh, what joy and what surprise when I open up my eyes and see a hippo hero standing there.
Welcome to the Souls Harbor Ministry Podcast, designed for the Souls Harbor family. Merry Christmas, everybody, and welcome to the Souls Harbor Ministry Podcast.
I wasn't done saying.
I can see me now.
Dance number. Ta-da! Well, I hope you guys are all having a great day, and it is so good to well, we don't get to see you, but I guess it's
we
good
can
for
see-
you to see us.
We can see you. It's like Santa.
Yeah.
We can see you.
We're watching you through your screen right now.
But we just wanted to take some time and do a Christmas special. So we hope you're having a holiday, a happy holidays.
Yes.
A Merry Christmas. Hope you're decking those halls.
Please explain.
But we've got some questions here, and we're gonna have some fun. But we have our esteemed panel, and
Yes.
they're looking very festive today.
I am feeling very steamed in this sweater right
steamed,
now.
yeah.
One.
We were saying how funny it would be if Pastor Donnie, we have a clicker for every time he adjusts his bow tie on his sweater.
Since
was
we've
one.
already been here, he has been twisting away. So, all right.
Two.
Yeah, two. Hopefully, Andrew can take care of that in the post production.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll go ahead and get into some. We got a lot of questions to cover today, and but our first question is, what's one of the things that you guys look forward to the most about the holiday season? It's here, it's upon us, but what's something every year that you're looking forward to the holidays?
Who wants to start? You?
I'll do that. It's the weather. I thank God for cold weather. I'm outside in the sun a lot, and so boy, when you start feeling the bite of summer leave, it's like, oh, thank God, it's the holidays. But that, and then really though, the lights. My family, we would decorate the inside of our house with lights when we were younger, and I can remember always wanting to sleep in the living room just because we'd put the lights on the inside of the living room ceiling and wall, and it was just a great experience. So I love that.
That's fun. That's sweet. It's precious.
It's
Getting all tender now. The weather is nice. The change of the seasons is nice. I like, of course, the special holiday foods, things you're not normally getting all year long. Some people like peppermint mochas. I'm not a fan of that personally. Lacey loves that. I don't like mint mixed with chocolate and all of that. Are y'all fans of that?
Had it last night. Yeah, did.
Somebody is drinking a peppermint mocha right now. They're like,
Do you guys
"He's
do
wrong."
eggnog? Anybody do eggnog?
My family does. I do not.
Yeah.
When I was little, I loved it. I don't like it anymore.
Same. Like when you drink it, it's like so heavy. It's like a rock in your belly. When I was little, I could drink milk after milk, man.
That's great. Do you guys? Here's a question. Do you guys open your presents on Christmas Eve or on Christmas? I know a lot of people may be just finishing open presents, but do you guys do them on Christmas
boy.
Eve or Christmas?
My family always opened them on Christmas Eve. Growing up, Christmas Eve, and then did the stockings on Christmas morning. So that was kind of the pattern. My family, we've done a bunch of different things, but we've tried to stick with Christmas Eve. Once you get married and start having children, and then you've got different families, you have to break things up. So, we still try to do Christmas Eve with my family, mom and dad, and brothers and sisters, and in-laws and everything. And then on Christmas Day, we try to take time in the morning for just our family, and Christmas Eve,
Evening.
Christmas evening. There you go. I was like, that's not right. We're normally with my wife's family. So, that's kind of spread out.
I love it. I thought he was about to start counseling you when he said,
Yeah, I was
when
like-
you get married and start having
Well, he could
children.
only
you looked
refer
at,
to
yeah, I
me,
know.
so-
I thought we were having a moment there. I liked it.
But along the lines of of gifts, what is the best? Is there a specific gift that you can remember as like,
We didn't
and
get to answer that
best?
last
I know,
one.
we
He
kinda-
just
I
I
skipped
didn't get
right
to answer
over.
the first one.
know,
I thought
man.
we were. I thought we
He's
were
just
just
burning.
Man,
He's burning.
he's like,
through
and
it.
anyways.
Holidays coming, let's go.
I like
You
that
wanna-
question.
Go ahead.
Can we
go
stay
ahead. Go
there?
back to
You
it.
go. All right.
So Christmas Eve or Christmas?
Yeah.
So when we were younger, we could only open one, and my mom's love language is gifts, and so she wants to open the gifts. And so it was always a fun moment at Christmas Eve when we'd watch a battle between my mom and dad. You know, not a battle, but like, hey, let's open more. We can only do one. Come on, what about two? And eventually it evolved until we'd open up our entire stocking, and then Christmas morning we would open up all of our gifts.
That's fun.
That's great.
Along the same lines as Pastor Jason, we kind of we do Christmas Eve and Christmas Day with extended family. So Christmas Eve morning ish we do with my mom and dad, and the Autry side. Then the evening we do with the Varnum side, and then the same thing on Christmas Day. We do the morning with my parents and the evening with the Varnums. So then with my immediate family, my wife and kids, what we do is just because we are so blessed with so much family around that we don't want to just rush any part of it. We've just kind of done away with Christmas, not in a Scrooge way or anything like that.
So how long have you hated happiness?
Yes, that's why I'm wearing the Grinch sweater. So for my family, we have extended the Christmas season, and then we do New Year's Day. So after the New Year's Eve service, that kind of then becomes like our little Autry family. We do New Year, new things, and so we'll do presents, and then we'll kind of talk through goals and things we're excited for and all of that. So that's us.
What we used to do when the kids were younger, which I love to do this, but now it's just don't work the same. But we did 12 days of Christmas leading up to Christmas, and we would open a gift one day, and the next day we would give a gift. So that could be taking cookies to the firemen, or that could be whatever. But one day they would open a gift, the next day we would do a gift somewhere, and then open a gift, and that was fun because instead of them opening all the stuff at one time, like yay, throw it, and open the next thing, they played with something really for 2 days before they opened the next gift. That's cool, and that was neat. But that's because when they're kids, what they want is cheaper.
That's right.
Nowadays, what they want is more expensive, Andrew.
Isn't that right, Andrew?
Then
This is all his Christmas presents.
that's true. All of Andrew's Christmas presents has to do with us building the kingdom. Did you do that one? Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Now you can go.
Okay.
You let us answer the question.
No, I'm cool. I didn't know if everybody wanted to answer all of them.
That's awesome.
It was
Moving on.
We had like a little gift that we get to look at, and then you snatch it away.
We were talking
that
about
was
just
nice.
one per thing, but I'm cool with all of us
Man,
answering
yeah.
them. So. But
His elf name is Scrooge.
Hey, what about the elf name thing? Brother Donnie was working on what our official elf names were.
Oh man, let me see. So,
Now, how do you find this out? What do you mean official?
well, it's somebody
It's
on Pinterest or Etsy or whatever did a little thing.
I don't know if that's.
it's the Department of Elf
So-
Enforcement. It's DEI.
The last letter of your first name, and actually I texted it to you. I believe this
Last letter
sorry.
of
your first
your
name,
first name.
and the month you were born. So Pastor Jason, which was in of your first name, would be Krusty, and
Man.
Wait, we're looking
Krusty.
at
oh wait, Krusty Little Feet. We're gonna change it to the other one.
It's like
It's a terrible name.
not like an
okay,
elf,
so
that's
let's
like
do
an
that other
ogre.
one.
So what's
We
your
have-
elf name? Your birthday month. So my birthday month is February, for everybody to know out there. So that's Jolly. So I am Jolly, and then the first letter of your name. First letter of my name is Daniel Sparkletoes.
Yeah.
So Jolly Sparkletoes. We're gonna go with Jolly.
I would be
Well, neither
Sprinkles.
one of mine, Krusty.
No.
Sprinkles Festive Fingers.
So we got several different ones. So Pastor, yours would be July, right? Dancer.
Dancer's better.
And then the first letter of your name, Dancer, ribbon curler. So
Let's just go with dancer.
Yeah, we'll stick with no
Dancer,
ribbon curling here.
Jolly, Luke, you are
Sprinkles.
Sprinkles. I
and
knew it.
Sparky.
And Sparky.
Sparky. I like Sparky.
All right.
Sparky.
I'll go with Sparky.
I'm not referring to any of you of these things.
What'd you say, dancer? Oh,
Especially get to a serious one. You know what I was thinking, Jolly?
Sparky, what you said really impacted my life.
Man, that's impactful.
That's only if it's a question I don't like sprinkles.
So we were talking about Brother Andrew's gifts, but do you guys have a gift that you specifically remember? Like that was the best gift ever, or maybe you want to spill the tea and do the worst gift ever, but I'm not gonna make you.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start this one. In Dunellen, I kind of aired my grievances on this one this past week, anyways. So, Mom, I hope you're listening to this. You better be. So, my mom and dad, they got me a great Christmas present one year. It was a Miami Dolphins football head to toe uniform. I mean, the helmet, the pads, everything, and it was awesome. I was excited, but it was too big, so it didn't fit. And so my mom was reassuring me, we'll exchange it. We'll get you another one. So I remember sitting out in that little living room and them putting that on me, letting me get in it, and they take my picture, and then they go to return it and exchange it. Only they never exchanged it. They took it, and I never got it back.
Oh man.
So you got a picture for Christmas.
So I got a picture of me and the gift that then they returned and got their money back for.
Oh man.
That's the way.
So
to
you
do
have
it.
proof.
Oh yeah, there's evidence.
So is this representing your mom, the shirt of the Grinch right there?
No, I still love you, Mom. But there's still time to make this right.
Please get him a Miami
If
uniform.
it's the same size.
Won't even fit on my head. It just sits on the top.
What about it, Donnie?
Let's see. I had
Oh, he's got a list.
no,
What?
not a list, but I just was wanted to be like, man, what is it? Because there was one time they got us a trampoline, and that was cool. And so Christmas Day, I'm sure my dad probably spent many hours, him and my mom, the night before putting it all together. But Christmas Day, they sent us out to feed the dog. You know, like, all right, Christmas is done. We open the presents. All right, you guys go feed the dog. I'm like, man, Merry Christmas. You know? They're just trying to get us in that direction. But I've never told my family this, but I woke up earlier and I looked out the window and saw it. But I didn't. I know this is breaking news right here. This will probably go viral. And I didn't let them know. I wanted it to
CNN
be
just reported. Fox News.
So you wanted them to still.
I wanted it to be special, so I didn't tell my sister anything. And so I went out there, and I don't know why, but my sister never saw it. And from our trailer to the dog pen was like literally like 50 yards, and they had it off to the side. And so finally we're walking, and I'm like, she's gonna notice. We're going, she's gonna notice. We get almost to the dog. I go, Tiff, look, a trampoline. I'm like, yay! You know? And we loved that thing. We bounced on it for hours, man.
That's great. I you know, the one gift that for whatever reason I remember, and I actually just like Pastor Daniel, I just preached about this, I don't know, a few weeks ago. But I remember getting this gun. It was a cowboy gun that just felt like a real gun. It was heavy.
Yeah.
It had a leather holster. The bullets, came out and they weren't plastic. They brass, and you put a cap on the end of each one of them. And man, when I had that thing,
Yeah.
For some reason, when he shot it, everybody reacted like it was real.
yeah, it was an amazing thing. But I don't know why I remember that so much. But of course, then I took it and I would ride our horses, totally strapped up, ready to take any
fun.
bad guy.
That's awesome.
I remember that gun.
That's awesome.
What happened to it?
I don't remember that.
I want to
honestly-
go back to something he just said for the three of us. Luke doesn't know this joy yet, but you talked about your parents putting the gift together, and that now is something that is a big part of, I think, the Grinch side of Christmas, of unwrapping or like opening up all your kids' gifts and then having to put them together.
Yeah.
Boy,
I don't let my wife buy anything anymore that I have to put together. Like, how many pieces? If it's more than 3, we ain't doing it.
that's probably because of the playground set in your backyard.
That was, Brother Charles Gone is the man. I was putting this, it was one of those wood ones that had like multiple layers and all this stuff. And I had a few people come over that helped me. Daniel came over and helped me.
I helped
some.
get it out of the box and put it into piles. That was about it.
Bubba Powell came over and helped me some. And someone else. I mean, it is a big project,
Barn ring
man.
sitting over there.
Yeah, we do still have it since he
still
was a
standing.
child.
Do you still play on it, Andrew?
That's where he does his
Said
best
every
work.
day.
He's sitting out there with the
Actually,
laptop.
The
I remember
truth-
they wouldn't let me in the backyard. I was like
Yeah.
4 years old. I'm like, I can't go outside. And
We,
it was awesome.
It was awesome, and it's wonderful. But it took us days to build this crazy thing. But Charles is hanging off the edge, zipping these things in, doing he worked on billboards up high for a long time. He has no fear. I couldn't believe it. And Charles, is not a small man. He is a man's man. He's just tall, huge hands, but he was just he saved me in that
Every
situation.
single piece is by itself.
Yes.
It was very discouraging as I saw all of that because every piece of wood was by itself.
How
You
many?
had to
How many pieces?
Oh my Lord, go
hundreds,
look at it. Yeah,
hundreds. Every single piece
at
was by itself, and you had to put the entire thing together.
100%.
Maybe in post we can have a picture. Of
Yes,
it.
we need
Well,
to.
actually, right now it needs to be burnt to the ground.
Okay.
Like, it is still
It
standing
was
up
just
there,
built
and
so well that
and the two that get on it now is Sammy and Chloe. They're the
Yeah.
main ones that get on it. And the whole
rickety,
time I
man.
see them, I'm like, oh my God. they're
Yeah,
gonna
it's
fall
pretty
through.
sketchy now.
It's awesome.
Anyways, there you go.
So on the thing of gifts, if you were a wise man, what gift would you bring Jesus? Like
Of the 3 that they did,
no, anyone. that
Oh,
you
we
want.
can bring anything.
You could bring
Oh.
anything.
I like that one. Okay.
Okay,
You go
I'm ready.
first.
Yeah, I think I was prepared for this one. I would give it more for the parents. Is one of those automatic baby sleeper rockers that just moves the baby. Man, once me and my wife got one of those, that was a game changer for Jocelyn because
would
that
it
girl,
would it have the chime away in a manger?
that right there was a game
Instead of
changer.
hay, it's just like hay printed.
It would be a silent night with that.
That's funny. That's awesome. So you went with the more like practical thing. I was thinking spiritual.
I was thinking it was just the choice of the
You
the
can go
3.
with the choices. Of
And
three.
I
Those-
was like, I probably would be the one bringing him myrrh.
Man, got
I
all-
love that you put yourself in that. I'm the myrrh guy.
I want to be the gold and the frankincense, but
Wait, there's myrrh.
I was thinking. No, that's 3.
That's 4.
4. Oh,
Or I've done it when you weren't looking.
oh, okay. I was thinking because Luke sent that a little while ago, and so I was getting dressed and I was thinking about it. Like what would I bring Jesus to represent? All these things representing, the spices for his burial and gold and all of that stuff. But I couldn't think of because I'm like, gotta give him your heart. I was like, you can't put a heart in a jar, or that's frowned upon at least.
Yeah.
So then I was like, okay, to represent, what can we give him? I was like, probably a good one would be like a symbolic gift would be clocks. We're giving of your time, because that's probably,
Ooh,
especially as
that's
we
good.
get older, we see the value in time, that there's nothing more valuable than that. So, anyways,
Great.
Man, that's good.
You could do something like representing time, talent, treasure, something like that.
Yeah.
Each of those.
I'm just thinking
Great.
still of the heart and be like, oh, thank you.
No, it's my heart.
He's like, I got it. No.
It's my heart.
Joseph, we need them to leave.
That's awesome.
awkward wise man.
Awkward wise man. That would be a fun title.
Yeah. So speaking of titles and things that are awkward, have you ever had a Christmas message that did not go as planned, or you wanted it to be a certain way and it just didn't end up that way, or any of
I
those
honestly
things?
don't think other people might say so, but I feel like they are amazing.
All of my messages are perfect.
No, I the truth of the matter is I probably have blocked it out. Whatever it is I've just blocked it out.
Oh man, I've got some answers for that one. Especially Dunellen being a younger congregation, especially in those early days. I remember a Christmas. We had just moved to Ohio Street, so we were out of the storefront, and we're trying to have like a Christmas special service. And my wife, I don't know if it was laryngitis or what, but she did not have a voice. We did not have help. It was everything about that service was like horrible. And I fittingly, I think I called that Old Stinky Night, and it was the
love that.
stinkiest. I just remember feeling so defeated that long Christmas drive home.
He went and drowned his sorrows in milk and cookies.
Yeah, it was a rough one.
I was looking over the Christmas notes, and when I first started, I know Bishop definitely preached, I think, 1 or 2 Christmases, so I had time to kind of prepare. But the service I remember the worst was a Mother's Day. Like, still, I get anxiety thinking about that, was because I had a message, man. I mean, it was a word from
Yeah.
God. I was like, these moms are going to be weeping at an altar on Mother's Day. I don't know what my expectation was, but the expectation fell very short of what actually happened. Was I think maybe my mom came to the altar as a sympathy and everything, and it wrecked me for like weeks. I remember talking to Bishop.
What was it about?
It was called A Mother's Request, and just the power of a mother's request. I mean, yeah. I was amazed myself.
What went wrong?
Probably the delivery. But I remember talking to Bishop, and Bishop was like, I'm like in the back of his car, he's driving home. I'm like, Bishop, you ever have a message that just falls flat? And he just, in Bishop way, just starts laughing at me. Not when well be with me. Just,
at you.
yeah. You'll be fine. Just keep preaching.
You mean like that one?
But yeah.
It's like, what? I remember watching you online one time where there's this Mother's Day message you preached.
He was not talking about that one, right? No.
No, that was last year's.
One of my favorite things is during the holidays is the Christmas production, and there's always great stories in that of things that have gone wrong. People fumbling it.
Oh
Who we
boy.
got
Who
going?
we got? Here, let me go check.
What is planned?
Oh boy, y'all are in for a treat. For those of you, we have with
Jesus,
us
help me.
in the studio Miss Ellie.
Oh, well, hello. Oh, I get one of these cool futuristic Macs here.
Yeah, come on in. This
Hey,
is
Mom.
Get it closer to you.
This is Miss Ellie from the Christmas play.
Well, I don't like to put labels on myself, but sure.
Yeah,
I love that your mom is still with
I
us.
know. Wow, man. What kind of vitamins?
We put her in a home a little bit ago, and I haven't really checked in lately, but I hope she's good.
I'm sure she is.
Man, Miss Ellie, what a treat! Thanks for joining us today.
Well, I do my part.
Yeah.
I thought that this was the Happy Timers Christmas event, but apparently I am mistaken.
That was at Brother Jeter's house.
Well, I've missed it the past 10 times. At first, the first couple, maybe like 9, I thought it was an accident. But, Pastor, I need to talk to you. I think he's really telling me the wrong date. I don't think that this is very truthful, especially for a director of a department to be telling
Brother Jeter.
How
the
many
flock the
years?
wrong date.
How many years have you been in the Happy-Timers?
I don't know.
So Miss Ellie, you had quite the moves at the Christmas play.
Well, I try.
Yeah, it looks like
do
you
my
stay in shape,
exercises.
So are you got an exercise?
Yeah, I go to the gym every once in a while, but really, I just try to let the moves speak for itself. Try to keep it natural, keep it loose. I do a lot of toe touches.
My favorite part was when Miss Ellie ran over her dog during the Christmas play.
Oh yeah.
Betsy is actually not here today because she is at the chiropractor. She's at Dr. John's with some lower back issues.
Shout out to Dr. John.
That's
So you got
awesome.
something with you.
I do. I have
What is
brought,
this?
like the wise men, I have brought the gifts to sustain you through this Christmas season. These are some of
right.
my favorite. First, I have some the lifeblood of the elderly. Some Werther's originals.
Lifeblood of the elderly.
These I feel like I should give these to Pastor because he's such a sweetie.
Oh, thank you.
I thought you were gonna say it's because he was the oldest one.
No.
I do notice it's sugar free as well.
Oh,
You
she's
know.
watching your blood sugar.
And then, does anybody feel stuck in this place?
Oh Lord. I'm not raising my hand for nothing.
Well, I have a gift for you. This is like the dew of Herman for also for the
Herman.
we got some prune juice. I feel
Oh,
like
man.
you need this.
This is he's a mover and a shaker.
How does she know?
Moving and shaking. You guys don't need to get together with a party with these sugar-free candies and that prune juice. Have a disaster on your hands. And last,
You speak from experience.
well, you know, you live and you learn. I have my final offering, and I guess you're the lucky winner. You get this delicious cream of wheat.
Oh,
yes.
goody.
I remember one time,
Thank you.
one Christmas,
2.5
my
minute
parents,
cook time.
they were so poor.
poor
They
were
could
they?
only give me the only Christmas gift that I got that year was a spanking because that's the only thing that they could give me, and I took it graciously as a child should.
Yes.
And then I walked.
Keep going. You're
And
helping
then,
me.
Pastor, I walked 7 miles uphill through the snow in a heat wave to the bread line
No, in a heat wave.
for a spoonful of cream of wheat. And I accepted it graciously, and that was the best Christmas I ever had.
Wow, that's the best, huh?
During the Depression.
Oh, okay.
It was hard. It was tough.
I can't imagine.
You kids are so ungrateful.
Lord help us.
Well, I'm going to leave. I'm going to go try Brother
but
Jeter.
before you leave, do you have any words of wisdom or anything for the church family on Christmas?
Where's the camera? Don't let anybody sign your checks. Peace out.
And that's Miss Ellie, ladies and gentlemen. We just finished the Christian Academy Christmas play, and
Oh, my
Miss
goodness.
Ellie was the hit. And so we actually had some of the church family specially request Miss Ellie to join us.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's great.
All right, so I don't know
Well,
where
I do
were
have
we,
to, hold
but-
on. I do have to tell. I don't know if it was funny, but I'm looking at Donnie. Made me think about it. One of the most tragic, could have been tragic, and now it's just a funny story. Was when your sister caught on fire. Wasn't that part of a Christmas thing? What was
That or a graduation?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
I
can't
may have been
remember.
graduation. We had these.
You got to tell it now.
Yeah, I
don't you?
know. They were singing, I think, "Hold Up the Light," the old BBCC whinings, and for some reason we gave all the kids candles to walk through
I
the
think
church.
that's
It's like
Danae's
young
idea.
kids,
Young,
like
very
5
young.
years old.
Yes, yeah, it was Danae.
That'd be
Danae's
Danae's
always
idea,
doing
yeah.
something crazy, and so she's they're walking with this candle, and whoever's behind Tiffany.
I think it was Mikey Griffin.
It wasn't Mikey Griffin. Oh, Mike, you got to listen.
You're
to
about to
this.
get married too.
He touched her frou-frou dress. What's that called? You know, whatever they light up quick.
Tutus. and stuff
Yeah,
like
whatever. It lit up. A guest grabs her. The flames just. Woof. A guest is putting out. Got burns on his hand because of it.
my word.
She was fine, but that could have been. But now it's a funny story. But
Yeah.
it could have been real.
Crazy. Well,
So-
speaking of being on fire,
that. Nice segue.
yeah. Do you guys have any? We were talking about Christmas messages earlier, but do you have any messages or like around the holidays that have you thought were really impactful? Or
Well, see, I don't have anyone that was bad, but boy, do I have some good ones.
Boy, I've hit some home runs.
Christmas. One of the things about, to me, a message is, the anticipation of a word or whatever. But when it's Christmas time, everyone knows what you're going to be preaching about. You're getting there. So to move that just enough to still have that engaging is always, a interesting to try to figure out and to make sure that you're also not just trying to be Christmassy.
Yeah,
but
or
you're
funny or cute.
Yeah,
right,
you're trying to bring a word, and so yeah, I don't.
Pastor
I can
Jason
remember
has
so
preached
many
some really good
pastors,
ones. Last year, I think it was "The Greed That Stole Christmas." That
yeah.
was a really good one. I don't remember the title of it at all, but one that was very impactful that he did. It was he dressed up as Joseph, and he acted out the carpenter
Oh,
shop,
yeah.
and
Yeah, it was
that was a
incredible.
really special Christmas service.
One of my favorite that he's done was, I think it was Unwrapping Christmas. Like where you had a box inside of a box and you unwrapped the lineage of Jesus and how it wasn't perfect. And man, that'll preach.
Man, y'all need to keep saying it. I
Yeah,
got to write this stuff down.
That was good.
I still-
There's been a few others. I believe it was Stan Gleason preached a good one about Bethlehem. Little Bethlehem and just the little things, and really kind of for us, might feel little or you might feel small. It was a good message.
That's great.
I like it.
How do you, like, as ministers, as all of us, how do you obviously the holidays are so much fun and they're crazy, and we just had a bunch of craziness, but how do you stay focused spiritually during all of the distractions of the holidays, and help your congregation stay plugged in even through the holiday season?
I would say the first thing, because I forgot that this question was coming, but just sitting here, the first thing is to understand that fun is spiritual. Joy
great.
is
Yeah,
spiritual.
that's great.
Having a great time is spiritual. So you don't need to be all, some people think spiritual is just like,
Yeah.
down. But I think the spirit of Christmas creates such a great opportunity. I feel like hair, you just keep
Hair flip.
I feel you're gonna like this one. I feel like the that so many people do try to make it serious. Serious is not spiritual. Spiritual is spiritual. And if you're bringing up the things of God, if you're bringing up, God can move. And one of the things I love about the Christmas season is that people got to have a reason to talk. Like, sports, if someone sees another sports shirt or something, you're like, oh, you like the Gators, you like the Seminoles. Hey, it gives them a reason to talk. If you don't have a reason to talk, people just look at you. They don't talk. Christmas gives everyone a reason to talk. It gives everyone a reason to say Merry Christmas and smile. So I think everything about Christmas, if you have a purpose to it, all of it can be spiritual.
Nice. You want to add anything else?
I'm
Why don't
just
you follow that?
basking right now. Oh,
Well, I mean, if
go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, as far as the staying focused, because we do know Christmas, in the secular world is very commercialized, and it can very quickly lose the focus. So, one thing we've done this year, you mentioned the church. So for the church and also for our family, one thing we did for the church side of it was this year. We did a special offering for outside of the church. We did New Beginnings, the adoption agency. So let's give something that will not benefit us at all. But so we did that for our kids to try to make sure, again, it's not just about us, and to do something that wouldn't benefit us at all. Is we did a little, like the four of us, we did a little Christmas service for an assisted living facility, and that was fun. Sammy got to tell Christmas jokes, and Maylee and Lacey did some singing. So that was, a good way to just kind of make sure it's not just about us or just being busy, but let's do something to bless someone else. That's great.
I love it.
Something that I think we've probably all done, but is I love to, usually if you feel it kind of, but you at the grocery store, and then if there's a family in front of you, behind you, and you see that they could use some help, is just kind of paying for their stuff and just saying Merry Christmas. And that is always just a joy. And sometimes you'll get a nice response. And really, sometimes people don't know how to respond because it never happened before. And so that is always just like a special joy to give. Like, man,
That's sweet. I like that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's such a great outreach thing. It's such a great time to there's special events, getting people into the building that would never come if it wasn't for Christmas and different things like that, and having people over. But speaking of having people over, if you could invite one person to have Christmas dinner with, like past or present, besides Jesus, we'll go biblical, besides Jesus, if you can invite one person from the Bible to have Christmas dinner with, who would it be?
Man, I thought about that's a great question. Great question. And it's like you feel like when you pick somebody, like, oh, well, I'm leaving out this guy, but I think Enoch, because so little is written about him, but he had such a powerful experience that he was not, for God took him.
Yeah.
It's like, well, can we know a little bit more about that guy's lifestyle and
What was he doing?
how's walk with God?
How'd you
Maybe
get
a little
that
bit.
gig?
Yeah.
He pleased the Lord. That's all we
Yeah,
really know. About.
Pleased
that's
the
all we
Lord.
know. Like, how did he please the Lord? So I think Enoch, just to
amazing.
sit down and just be like, so bub, what are you
Tell me
doing?
more.
Yeah.
I just did good things.
I don't know. I was
What
just
if
walking
that's all
one
he
day.
said the whole day? I please the Lord.
I can see why they wrote a
potatoes.
little bit about you.
I'm not a big talker.
Oh man, that is a tough one because I don't know if I could just pick only one. I mean, we have a bigger dining room table,
Yeah,
so
I mean,
I've got room at the table.
It's a party,
I could,
yeah.
Yeah, I could invite several people. Moses would be one. David would be one. Peter, Paul, of course. Anyways, there'd be several. I don't know.
Moses
That'd be-
like split the gravy.
I don't know. There's what the reason I want to even read about these men at certain times is because of things that I'm going through or I feel, because there's times that I want to talk to, David because I need to conquer something. But then there's times that I'm going through something and I need to, get with Jeremiah,
Yeah.
So it depends on the moment. I would say that, Jesus on the Mount of Transfiguration, who he invited to his party was Moses and Elijah.
Law and the prophets.
Law and the prophets. Now, Moses is obvious because he's the one that brought the law. But Elijah is one of many prophets. I mean, Daniel was way more. There's nothing. I can't think of anything bad about Daniel. The
What are
Bible,
we talking about right now? I mean, I'm getting a little confused.
No, I can think of things bad about you. But
You're just amening. Amen.
I just don't know why it was.
You said it.
There's someone on here is going to give me great revelation of why it was actually him, but I don't know why it was him because there was many prophets they could have chosen, and he was the one hiding. He's the one that went from calling fire down. So I don't know if I'm just picking one. I just want to know why he got invited to the party.
Elijah's awesome though.
Yeah.
That's a bad.
Oh,
dude.
it's amazing.
Brother Arnold always references Elijah. That's his. That seems to like his favorite prophet. as
But
well.
he had the dips and he had the he had these things. But God said you're the one. And then of course when John the Baptist comes, he comes in the spirit
of Elijah.
of
yeah.
Elijah, and so that man
Well,
was something.
maybe that's why he chose him, because he had the dips, and it shows
Yeah.
us, it gives us a true picture of walking with God and being used by God. It's not just the high moments, but life is real. And at one moment you might be prophesying, and the other moment you might be afraid and running.
Hiding in the cave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, that would be. I mean, even like you could have Mary and Joseph. They could tell the story. What a
Yeah.
cool thing for them to be.
I
able
was
to tell
thinking of
that,
it, like,
but,
what about at the Christmas story? Out of the Christmas story, whose perspective would you want to hear?
Oh, yeah.
What element?
That's
of
a great
that?
question. I love that.
You could have David singing. But like, that would
Well,
be-
what about like the wise men, the shepherds, the barnyard animals? All of those. Kind of the unique
fun.
things.
He's
what
getting
would
ready
be-
for a message.
Yeah.
I can see it stirring. But do you guys have any any Christmas traditions that are unusual or anything like that? We're talking about Christmas dinner, but do you guys do anything special on Christmas dinner or any unusual traditions? Or?
For me, it's the one I already mentioned. Like for my
too.
immediate family, it's not a Christmas. We don't do Christmas Day. We do New Year's Day, so that's a little different.
That's great.
We for breakfast, we've done it in the past. We may do it this time too, but go to Denny's.
Yeah.
For after Christmas, we open up all of presents and we don't want to cook or anything. Go to Denny's. I know it's
awesome.
it's
I love it.
unusual. And then for that Christmas dinner, we always do.
American institution.
Yeah. Yes, it's an American. Maybe that's why. But then for Christmas, I believe Eve or Christmas evening. Boy, that's tough.
Wow.
Yeah. is we do breakfast for dinner. So
great.
that's really fun. We
We
that.
did caroling last year for the first time in a long, not just my family.
Oh,
I was about to say, just
I
the
was
curry.
hoping
Yeah, that would be
so.
awesome.
Have a
Come to my
Merry
house.
Dad,
Christmas.
just like, but we did caroling, and we did it for some different people in the church, and so they like sent us a list of addresses, and like none of them were right. We were going through people's like fields, like we were walking through
man.
fields,
Like the wise men journeying from
a house,
afar.
Yeah, trying to find a house, just singing on the way.
Yeah.
I gotta just tag in because the youth group used to do caroling
Yeah.
because you follow the youth pastor, and our youth pastor is Joey Campatella, and the guy is an incredible singer, so he wants everyone there. And we went caroling. We broke up into sections, and we got one of the moms driving the minivan, and we showed up at this house.
Oh, I remember this.
And we knocked on the door, and they never came. But we know they're in there. And we're just like, we sang. And I think Joe knocked on the door or whatever. We all run and we're singing, expecting them to open the door. They never opened the door. And so we're just like, I think we sang one more song. And was like, all right, let's go to another house. And we get in the van, and it was one of the moms, and she backed up too far in the middle of the lawn and punches it.
Yeah. Peels out in the grass.
Peels out in the
Their
grass.
front lawn.
And we're like, sister, you're peeling out in the lawn. And she's not moving, just no. Merry Christmas. And so from the perspective of the person, it's exactly that. Like there is like tread marks in the lawn. Like, but she didn't do it on purpose, I don't think. But it was amazing.
Do you know who that house that was?
No, it was a visitor. Like it wasn't church people. It was like,
Somebody threw a church card out the window.
I think a neighbor
awful.
suggested, I'm like, you guys should go to their house.
You should have went to Matthew and got some sod.
Yeah.
Fix their
You're
yard.
patching it.
It was amazing.
My goodness.
That's great.
Awesome. Do you guys have a favorite Christmas song? Or
Ooh, like fun or serious?
either or?
I mean, like
Whatever
fun one for me is Jiggity Jig. It's Dominic the donkey.
That's-
Jiggity Jig.
Ee-aw.
The Italian Christmas donkey. La 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 la. Everybody la 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 la. That's my favorite fun one. I'll let them go around with
My
fun.
favorite fun one. I just love saying I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. I don't know why. It just sounds so ridiculous. I love singing that.
I think it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
It's big.
And I think the reason why too, you've already made reference to it, is forgive me for the carnal reference, but the Santa Claus movie is because he has burnt his food and he is blasting it with a fire extinguisher to the beat of "It's beginning to look a lot." It's going. But I think too, it's the change of the season, and it's true when the cold comes, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
That's
love
a pair of hop-along boots and a pistol that shoots is the wish
Man.
of Barney and Ben.
Boom, boom.
Dolls that can talk and will go for a walk is the hope of Janice and Jen. And Mom and Dad can hardly wait for school to start again. Hey,
Man, you got these songs down.
and
you're the one wearing the Grinch.
for this.
It looks like, don't move. It looks like, oh, now you moved. It looked like the Grinch had false teeth there for a few moments because it was kind of curled up. No, you messed it up. It's gone now.
serious songs.
I started with don't move, right?
Yeah, I heard that.
I just meant you thought like,
like
my
starting with-
belly, so I was trying to.
That's starting with "Don't Look." What?
Exactly. Serious songs. I love "Silent Night" and "Oh Holy Night." Those two songs always get me.
Me too.
Like, oh, come all ye faithful. That's a big
There's a new one out, "Come Home for Christmas," and man, you want something to hit your heart.
I don't know that one.
But if you're going to do that stuff, now we're going to go into, sir, can I buy these shoes?
Oh
Sure.
no,
Lord.
no, that needs to be banned from
Shoes.
Christmas.
I know, and it's in the Christmas loop.
Yeah.
So you're
And so
listening
it's
to
just
all of
stuck
these
there.
things, and it just starts. You're just like,
Yeah.
You're going with and then weeping.
Yeah, it's joy to the world and Christmas shoes. Oh man, I guess you need it. It's good, well-rounded.
I
picture of
guess so,
Christmas.
but you got to warn somebody.
Yeah, it sneaks up on
I
you.
think back. No, kids, it's happy. What's wrong with the shoes? You'll know when you're older.
Talk about the shoes. That's awesome.
I can't go on for that. What's going on with this? So Make sure you sing songs, maybe not Christmas shoes. Make sure you eat a lot of food, open gifts, and have a good time. We love you. Is there anything else that you want to add? Is there a Christmas message you want to send to anybody? Or
I
to
will
Souls
just
Harbor?
say to Souls Harbor in general, to have a Merry Christmas and allow yourself to enjoy the Christmas. Allow yourself to see the good. There's always something bad you can look for if you want to, and there's always something good to look for if you want to. And so you have to choose to look for the good. You have to do that in your marriage. You have to do that with your family. You have to do that at your job. And life is about choices. And I would say this Christmas season, you may not have everything you want, but you've got good things around you. And I say embrace them. That's what I say.
Very good. That's awesome. Enjoy your time with family and eat lots of good food, because I know we all are thinking the New Year's coming, so we'll start that diet out next week. But anyways, pack it in. And I'm looking forward even to with even Christmas for me. It does represent the coming New Year, and so I'm looking forward to all of the new things coming up. Bellevue, Dade City, all of the possibilities with building and just the growth and the excitement of it. So I love you all. I hope you have a very Merry Christmas, and then I'm looking forward to us coming together for New Year's revival.
Amen.
Yes. I love you, Dade City people. You guys are so wonderful. I would encourage you this Christmas, reach out to people. Be the gift. Don't just receive the gift, but be the gift. Your text or call to somebody could brighten their day and change the whole holiday. So make sure we're reaching out and loving one another. I love you. Can't wait to see you on...
Be the gift. I'm writing that down.
write that one down.
2025's Christmas message. Hopefully
gift.
no one will remember this.
I mean, for instance, Donnie wearing that sweater is a gift
Can we get
to all
one?
of
You're
us.
welcome.
Can we get one more?
Merry Christmas.
There we go. That's how we got it.
Yeah, that's how we got it. We love you.